Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Fox News at 6. A deep sigh of relief for area motorists as 31 miles of I-29 north of Fargo is now open.
The stretch of road from exits 69 to 100 had been closed since Sunday due to flooding. The Transportation Department is now allowing traffic on both the north and southbound lanes. There is still plenty of water near the edge of the road from Harwood to Argusville, though, where speeds are reduced. Another portion of I-29 remains mostly closed. That's from Manville to Grafton. Emergency vehicles and some commercial trucks are allowed to use the highway.
The situation is growing more and more difficult at Riverside Gardens in Valley City. Just yesterday, a collapsing dike forced its owner, Denise Majerus, to evacuate. The pressure of the rising Cheyenne was proving to be too much.
That was very stressful, but it didn't get any worse. It's holding, it seems to be maintaining.
Now a group of 10 volunteers from NextEra Energy are scrambling to shore up the damaged dike. Officials hope to wrap up raising the dike citywide today. An estimated $1.5 million has been spent on protection so far. And with the Bald Hill Dam trying to balance historic inflows to Lake Ashtabula, the city wants to be ready for a long fight.
Guard mission has ended in Clay County. Guard members were used primarily to monitor dikes. The Guard left Moorhead, Oakport Township, and Georgetown today. The Clay County Emergency Operations Center has also been shut down. Sheriff Bill Berquist says the county will be running the rest of the flood fight through its regular phone numbers. The sheriff is reminding residents, though, that Highway 75 at Georgetown is still closed because of a levee on Highway 75.
We start with the Valley Flood Alert tonight. Good and bad news for Valley City.
Good evening, everyone. Some 20 homes in Barnes County have been evacuated. 7 have taken on water. But the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers now says it will not have to release record amounts of water from Bald Hill Dam as previously thought.
As Valley News team's Emily Welker tells us, that is unless something changes.
What's her name?
This has been the high point of Cheryl Olson's day at the florist shop.
I love playing with plants, but I would like to have someone to show them to.
They're her first customers in the store since work on the dikes got started for a third time this spring.
It'll probably pretty much ruin Easter.
And I apologize for that, but it's one of those things where the geotech people from the Corps think that probably it's a good idea.
Clearly, some people in Valley City have managed to hang on to their sense of humor despite the frustration. But it's not just the rate of snow melt that's making the next step uncertain for the Army Corps. It's also the fact that they're looking at water coming into the system that's coming from 2, even 7 days away.
That's what people from Dickinson are putting up with, and what's been falling in western North Dakota is headed this way. We're still waiting for spring's door to open and stay open.
Wow, that's a lot of snow. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. LA News Live Chief Meteorologist Hutch Johnson is in with first weather. Hopefully not that much snow for us.
Yeah, that door just abruptly shut on my knuckles as well, Mike Markin. We do have some wintry weather taking place, and in our neck of the woods this evening, the snow looks like it's flying in and around Jamestown, where for the last several hours they've had some light snow reports.
Clay County has come through the flood of 2011 pretty well, but as in many places, the roads are taking a real beating. A graphic example of that is on Wall Street north of Moorhead. Even though the Red River is down by more than 5 feet, water is still flowing over the road. The current is eroding the north side of Wall Street as it spills into the coulee that extends into Oakport Township.
The flood-related bills are coming in, and so far they add up to $4.5 million for the city of Fargo. They include the levee that was built along 2nd Street in downtown. The $4.5 million is after federal and state reimbursement. The 75% federal reimbursement is not guaranteed and will only come if there's a full disaster declaration. The state has agreed to pick up half the local cost of pre-flood emergency measures, but the city plans to ask the state for additional financial assistance to help pay for reconstruction or permanent dikes built this spring.
We are just turning west onto State Highway 46 off of County Road 15. I think they're trying to keep it open as long as possible since it is such a main artery for this area. It's even nerve-wracking for law enforcement to drive through flooded out roads. Just, we don't know what's under that water either or how well the road is holding up, but sometimes it's necessary. My best advice is slow. I just can't imagine this being this way at night. It's a little scary to me. Unless you have some type of heavy farm equipment or tractor, I wouldn't try it. I don't even think I'd try it in a boat with the current being and the water's moving so swiftly. It's just dangerous. You see half the road eaten away. And I'm told this does this every year, so water's a pretty powerful thing. You can't stop it, obviously. You can divert it, you can try to deal with it, but you can't stop it.
Wow, that's a mess out there. Those deputies are just a few of the many working a lot of long hours lately.